Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up? And today I'm going to be sharing with you all my Acowar reaction. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be answering a bunch of questions that the Tumblr user A Book and a Coffee made, and she made questions like this before Acowar came out, except those questions had to deal with like theories and stuff, and people could share their excitement and their theories. But now, since Acowar has been out for over a month, she made a bunch of questions asking how we felt about certain moments and certain characters. I've been wanting to do something like this ever since I finished Acowar, because there's just some stuff in this book that I honestly didn't like, and I really don't touch base on that stuff on my book talk because I was just so excited that I could talk about the book. So if you haven't read Acowar yet and you don't want to be spoiled, I would obviously leave because I'm going to be spoiling the whole entire book. So if you haven't read it yet and you don't want to be spoiled, I will leave right now, and I'll link my book talk down below because I got a book talk and it's pretty good. It's really long, but it's good. But yeah, bye not spoiling people. Okay, so let's get started. I have the questions pulled up on my computer featuring my new stickers from Redbubble. So question number 1 is, your ships, how are they doing? Have you made peace with where they're at? Yes, for Faison. I wish there were cuter moments between the two in this book. I'm kind of salty about a lot of their moments because most of them are smutty, which was not okay, but I'm fine with how everything ended. I like Nessian, actually. Acowar made me like them, and I wish them the best. Moral, never really shipped them, but they both deserve the best. I hope Moore finds herself a lovely lady, and I hope Azuriel finds a lovely lady as well. And then Lucian is not so good, actually. I am really hoping that they get together because, like, I hardcore ship Lucian. I'm sorry, I'm not an Elaine and Azuriel shipper. Question number 2 is, how do you feel about Jurian's role in the war? Honestly, could care less about that guy. I mean, I'm glad that in the end he helped us out. It was actually like kind of being a spy in a way, because he went to our side. It was like, oh, I never really liked the King and Burn, blah blah blah. So I'm glad he helped us, but honestly, don't really care for the guy. Question number 3, which deaths affected you the most? Well, obviously Rysand's. I was not expecting that, or Amryn, but the problem with their deaths is it's exactly like Leo Valdez, and I hated it. This book is so much like Blood of Olympus. I hated it so much. But probably the Suriel, because the Suriel is the only one who really died, and it was very upsetting. Question number 4, how do you feel about the end of Farah and Rysand's story arc? I'm very satisfied with Farah, and some people may disagree on me with this, which that's okay, but I feel like in this book you get to see Farah continue to grow and be this powerful woman because she's now High Lady. And I know some people think, oh, Farah's completely different than how she acted in Acowar, which, like, that's fine, you can believe whatever you want, but I feel like she still acts that way. That's how I feel. But Rysand, I definitely think Rysand acted differently than he did in Acowar. He's so smutty all the time, and I hated it. I hated like half the stuff he said. There were some moments where I felt like he could go choke, which was terrible because I love Rysand, and I still do. I love them both. Question number 5. Okay, but the Suriel. The Suriel deserved better. I'm really upset that the Suriel died. I'm super salty because the Suriel deserved better. The Suriel literally like showed up for 5 minutes and then got killed, and I was like, what the heck? Question number 6. Which new characters are you falling in love with most? Definitely Calais and Vivian, the High Lord and future High Lady of the Winter Court. Those are my baes. I love them. Question number 7. Did you cry? No, I did not cry because I never cry when I read books. I will say, okay, I got a little teary-eyed at the end, but I didn't flat out sob. Question number 8. There was a lot more tension within the Court of Dreams this time. Did it make sense, or are you #salty? I don't know. This is something I've never really thought about. I guess, I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this question. I guess I'm kind of half it makes sense, half salty. I don't know. Question number 9. Were you satisfied with Amryn's transformation? No. I thought she was going to be something more cooler and scarier. We don't even like really know what exactly she is. To me, I basically imagined a bird. Like this big bird. That's what I saw when she transformed. Question number 10. How do you feel about Papa Artrins? I've never known how to say their last name. Someone needs to tell me how to say it. But his reappearance. Honestly, I feel like we really didn't need him to show up. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad he did, because when he showed up, you know, he had all those boats with their daughters' names on it, and like, that was cool. But then, like, 5 seconds later, he died, and I was like, oh, well, so you don't really get to see him, and I didn't really feel that affected by it. Like, I'm sad, but at the same time, I'm just like, eh. Question number 11, smut scenes, yay or nay? Nay. I feel like basically every face sand scene in this book was smut, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against reading smut scenes, but I missed all their cute flirty moments, cause like, all their moments in Acowar are adorable, but then you get to this, and it's full of smut, and I did not like it. Question number 12, if you could have an extra short story from someone else's perspective, who would it be and what scene? Well, obviously anything dealing with Lucian, because he's my son, so I'll read anything from him. But, I hate to say this, because I don't ship Elaine and Azuriel, but at the same time, I'm so intrigued by that scene when they're walking through the garden, and I couldn't help but think it was adorable, so I honestly want to know what exactly they talked about. Question number 13, were you satisfied with the way Ithene's storyline was handled? Yes, because that woman could go choke, so she got what she deserved. Question number 14, more's coming out. Are you satisfied with how that was handled? Why or why not? I think it was handled well. I personally see More as a lesbian. I know you either see her as lesbian or bisexual. I personally see her as a lesbian because I said this in my book talk. Her situation reminds me of Santana Lopez's from Glee. I see her as a lesbian, but you can see her however you want, but that's how I just see her. And I think it was handled well. I think Farah took it well, and I think Moore did a good job of coming out. So I was overall satisfied with how it went down. Question number 15, which character would you like to see more of? Lucian, hands down, because he is my son, and we did not get enough of him because he was gone for like 100 pages trying to find that queen, and I was not okay. Question number 16, which character received the development and screen time you were hoping to see? Probably Lucian again. I was really proud of him, and I definitely think he redeemed himself by helping us out and also helping with Elaine, so I was really proud of him. I definitely wish he would have had more screen time, like I just said. He definitely was not there enough, which was very disappointing, but I'm very proud of the character development that he got in this book. Question number 17, now that we have seen more of the other courts, which one was your favorite, and which one would you live in? My favorite's probably the Winter Court because Callis and Vivian are from there, and I love them to Ness. And which one I would want to live in? I don't want to say the Night Court because I feel like that's what everyone says, but the Night Court. Question number 18. How did you feel about Elaine's development and powers? Elaine really surprised me when I started this book. I was not expecting her to be in that depression and being stuck in her room all the time, and when it was revealed that she could see the future, I was like, oh my gosh, this woman is basically the fantasy Rachel Elizabeth Dare. And I'm really proud of her by the end of the book that she was slowly, you know, getting out more and talking to people. And I know this is going to take a really long time because she was forced into this life, but I'm really proud of what she's done so far, and I can't wait to see more of what she's going to do in the future Acowar books. Question number 19, top 3 bro OTPs from Acowar. Well, there's obviously like Rysand, Cassian, and Azuriel, but I can't name 2 other ones for the life of me. It's like they're like the only bro OTP I care about. Question number 20, what do you think of how Farah handled the situation in the Spring Court? I think she did okay. I mean, she did a good job. Like, she was sassy, savage, and I loved it. But we honestly weren't at the Spring Court for a very long time, so I really can't say much about it because basically not a lot happened at the Spring Court. Question number 21. So what exactly do you think of Nessa's powers? What are they? I definitely think they have to deal with death. And to me, now thinking about it, I feel like her powers are very similar to Lorcan from Throne Glass. I feel like she's gonna have a very similar past to his. Question number 22. Did any scene in particular make you laugh, and which? I thought it was really funny when the Inner Circle plus Nesta are all having dinner for the first time, and it's not your normal family dinner, and Moore's talking about how Rysand won't tell her where he got Farah's Starfall dress. I don't know, I just thought that was really funny. And plus, I was like, Rysand has really good taste. I can't believe he got that dress. Question number 23. The Weaver, the Bone Carver, and Bryax. Which was your fave? Not the Weaver, because the Weaver freaks me out, and I'm really thankful for her though, because she killed 19. The Bone Carver, since he's Faith Sand's future son, that was freaky by the way, but yeah, he can kind of go choke because he freaks me out too. So maybe Bryax. I thought Bryax was honestly really cool. Question number 24. How do you feel about the way that Tamlin and Farah moved on from each other? I am so proud of Tamlin. Though it's just those 3 words he said at the end when Rysand was dying, and he said, "Be happy, Farah." That just screams redemption. And then she wrote him that note, and it was so good. It was so nice to see these 2 characters move on and forgive each other, and that's something you barely see in a book, so I just really appreciate it. Question number 25. Do you think that Rhys handled himself well in the Court of Nightmares? Yes. What could he have done differently? Not ask Iris in the Autumn Court for help. And then what about Azuriel's role in that scene? I wish Azuriel had killed Iris. Question number 26. Do you see any potential for new ships you hadn't seen before? Well, Tumblr convinced me that I want Mor and Nesta to be a thing. The idea of Mor and Nesta being together is honestly like, it's beautiful, and I have very little potential for it though because there's Cassian, and I like Nesta and Cassian, and I wish them the best, but like, a girl can dream. Question number 27. What do you think of the general theme of bad guys receiving more of a backstory? For example, Jorian, Hyber, and Iris, Papa Archeron. That's okay. That's something I've never really thought about this before, so it's good, I guess. I don't know. Question number 28. What are 3 things you would still like to see answered in future books? 1, is Vivian going to become High Lady of the Winter Court? I mean, she is. I just want to see it happen. 2, is Elaine and Lucian going to get together? Because honestly, I'm a little iffy about this. I want them together, but I mean, there's now Azuriel, and I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. And 3, what happened to Bryax? Because supposedly Bryax disappeared. Question number 29. What were your top 3 favorite scenes from Acowar? This is hard because I have very few favorite scenes from this book. But obviously 1, when Calais and Vivian showed up, that forever changed my life. 2, the Faith Sand reunion, that was really cute, except for when it started getting smutty, then I was kind of like, we don't have to go there. And 3, at the very end when Elaine and Lucian are reunited and Barazella just like nudging Elaine, and then Elaine asks him if he's gonna go to Valorez, and he says yes, and it was just, oh, it was so good. Question number 30. What were 3 things you could have done without? Wow, I could think of more than 3. 1, Rysand's smutty flirting. Did not ask for that. It was too much. Like, his flirting in this book was nothing like how he flirted in Acowar, and I hated it. 2, also another thing dealing with Rysand, how he kept on thinking that he had to sacrifice himself so he could protect his family, blah blah blah. It was such a Leo Valdez move, and that's why this book reminded me of Blood of Olympus, because of that, and I wanted to die. I was like, Rysand, no. And then 3, probably Iris and Baron, the High Lord of the Autumn Court. Yeah, I did not want to meet them. They can both go choke. And lastly, the final question is, what would you like the next books to be about in a perfect world? Well, obviously, I want a book about Calais and Vivian. Specifically, I want to see Vivian become the High Lady of the Winter Court, because that's going to happen. If it doesn't, I'm gonna write. I would also like to see a book about Elaine and Lucian getting to know each other and falling in love and accepting the mating bond and becoming High Lord and High Lady of the Spring Court, because I still wish that could happen. And also Amren breaking up with Varian, because that was something I could have done without. Yeah, I never shipped them. Did not want that. I still think that Amren's asexual. But that's all the questions. Wow, that was a lot of questions, but this was super fun to do. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching this, and I'm Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video soon, so I will see you then, so bye! Yo!